Like and subscribe might be a simple click for you, but it will lead to a transformational change of our channel. Support us to achieve 5 million subscribers by year 2028. In 1719, on the northern Great Plains, young Comanche Neru ventures out to gather herbs with her loyal dog, Sarai. Seizing an unnoticed moment, she strays from the group to practice throwing her axe at a tree. During the solitary training, she spots paw prints on the ground and follows them, discovering a white-tailed deer she decides to hunt. Her plan to ambush the deer is thwarted when a rumble from the sky startles the animal, causing it to flee. Determined, Neru and Sarai pursue the deer. Neru attempts to strike it with her axe, but she misses, and the weapon lodges itself in a tree instead. While retrieving her axe, Sarai continues ahead and accidentally gets his tail caught in a bear trap. Forgetting the deer, Neru rushes to free her dog and treats his tail with healing herbs. Intrigued by the unfamiliar trap, she examines it closely, but is interrupted by another rumble from the sky. Looking up, she sees a mysterious shape falling and believes it to be the legendary Thunderbird. Interpreting this as a sign to begin her rite of passage, Neru seeks out her brother Tabe and asks to join his next hunting party. Though skeptical, Tabe agrees. Neru then returns to the tribe to deliver the herbs she has gathered. While preparing medicine for the chief, Neru's mother, Aruka, questions why her daughter insists on hunting when she excels at so many other skills. Neru explains that it's because everyone doubts her abilities. Meanwhile, it's revealed that the rumble in the sky is actually a spaceship, which has dropped an alien known as the Predator onto Earth. The Predator is strong and fast, equipped with advanced technology that includes camouflage for invisibility and heat vision goggles. Back in the forest, Neru gathers some orange flowers her mother needs and keeps a few for herself. Upon returning to the tribe, she discovers that a mountain lion has attacked one of their men, and a hunting party is preparing to set out to rescue him. Neru trails them, eager to join, but some of the men oppose her presence because she hasn't been trained to hunt like they have. Tabe steps in to defend her, stating that she is skilled in tracking and medicine, making her potentially valuable to the group. Meanwhile, the Predator is nearby, preoccupied with killing a snake. As they follow the tracks of the mountain lion, the hunting party eventually comes across their injured companion, Puhi. The hunters construct a stretcher while Neru tends to Puhi's wounds, giving him some orange flowers to cool his blood. The group is now prepared to take Puhi back, but Tabe remains behind to pursue the mountain lion. Neru wishes to stay with Tabe because she suspects there's something more than just the lion. It doesn't add up for Puhi to still be alive, implying something more dangerous scared the lion away. However, Tabe refuses and insists she leaves. Initially, Neru complies and walks away with the group as her brother instructed, but she halts when she notices peculiar signs: paw prints too large to belong to a bear, a meticulously skinned snake, and blood on a tree. Concerned, she wants to warn Tabe, so the group sends Paik with her for safety while the others return to their tribe. The duo finds Tabe and assists him in hunting the lion using Neru's plan, as Tabe wants to give her the opportunity she requested. While Tabe sets the bait, Neru and Paik climb a tree to wait for the lion, and the encounter happens sooner than anticipated. The lion leaps high enough to knock Paik off the tree, killing him instantly. It then jumps onto a branch to pursue Neru. She slowly retreats, trying to defend herself with a spear, but is momentarily distracted by another rumble in the sky. This distraction allows the lion to attack her, throwing her from the tree and rendering her unconscious. When Neru regains consciousness, she finds herself back in the tribe, where Aruka tells her that Tabe carried her back. Puhi has also survived, thanks to her medical skills, leading Aruka to suggest that Neru might be better suited to a life dedicated to medicine rather than hunting. Their conversation is cut short when Tabe returns with the lion's body, an accomplishment for which he is honored by the chieftain. Neru remains convinced that something more dangerous lurks in the woods and wants to pursue it, but Tabe refuses to let her. He reminds her that she already tried hunting and failed, asserting that he was the one who brought back the lion. The next morning, Neru decides to defy him and sets out to track the mysterious presence with only her dog, Sarai, for company. As she moves through the forest, she discovers more evidence of this unknown creature, such as green blood on the trees and more of those enormous paw prints. The predator is indeed nearby, this time hunting a wolf to collect its skull, which he cleans to use as a mask. Meanwhile, Neru's own hunts prove to be less successful. Hitting moving targets proves to be more challenging than hitting a stationary tree, so by the time Neru retrieves her throwing axe, her prey has vanished. Thankfully, she devises a solution. She crafts a makeshift rope from vines and attaches it to the axe, enabling her to throw it and retrieve it swiftly without wasting time. This innovation finally allows her to hunt a group of rabbits to provide sustenance for herself and her canine companion. After a long journey, Neru stumbles upon a herd of bison that have been skinned, with bullets scattered around them. Unfamiliar with bullets, she assumes that the strange creature she's been tracking is responsible for this gruesome scene. As she departs the area, she inadvertently steps into quicksand. Fortunately, she still has her axe, and she hurls it at a nearby tree. Once it lodges securely, she uses the rope to pull herself out of the perilous trap. Meanwhile, the predator also encounters the bison, which signals to him the presence of formidable hunters in the vicinity. Returning to Neru's story, after cleansing herself in the river, she encounters a formidable grizzly bear that she intends to hunt. Unfortunately, her bow shatters, leaving her vulnerable to the bear's attack. In a daring move, Sarai leaps in to divert the attention of the beast, allowing Neru to plunge into the river and seek refuge beneath a beaver dam. Undeterred, the bear attempts to dismantle the dam to reach her, but suddenly finds itself restrained by the intervention of the predator. With the bear's blood marking the predator's presence, Neru finally catches sight of the extraterrestrial creature and swiftly plunges back into the river to escape. The predator observes Neru but decides to let her go, deeming her non-threatening. Upon her return to the woods, Neru encounters a search party sent by Tabe to locate her, while he explores the opposite side of the river. However, they are skeptical of Neru's account, as they believe that such a monstrous creature wouldn't simply release her. When Neru attempts to depart, Wazape leaps onto her, preventing her from leaving. Despite Neru's valiant resistance, Wazape overpowers her, binding her and compelling her to accompany the group back to camp. Their progress is halted by strange noises and the sudden appearance of red lights on Wazape's chest. Remaining concealed among the trees, the predator eliminates Wazape with a well-aimed shot, prompting the other hunters to retaliate with arrows when he approaches to retrieve his darts. This causes the predator's camouflage cloak to malfunction, revealing him to the naked eye. The men rush in to confront him, but the predator easily dispatches them. Seizing the opportunity, Neru approaches Wazape's lifeless body to retrieve her belongings and free herself from the rope, enabling her to flee. As she reaches an open field, Neru encounters a fellow hunter who had been scouting ahead. Initially inclined to resist, the hunter soon becomes ensnared by the ominous red lights appearing on his body. Understanding the danger, Neru hastily flees as the predator pounces, swiftly dispatching her tribesmen. So focused on evading her foe, Neru fails to notice a bear trap on the ground and becomes ensnared, her leg caught in its grip. The predator closes in on Neru, weighing his options, but abruptly retreats upon spotting a group of French traders approaching to investigate the commotion. The traders subdue Neru, rendering her unconscious, and when she awakens, she finds herself confined in a cage within their encampment. Sarai, having sought her out, suffers the same fate, captured and bound alongside her. Adorned in furs, the traders betray themselves as the culprits behind the bison killings. One of the traders, named Raphael, possesses the ability to communicate with Neru and seeks information about the predator, whom he perceives as a hunter in search of worthy adversaries. Neru remains silent, prompting the traders to reveal their capture of Tabe and their intent to use his blood as bait. Subsequently, Tabe and Neru find themselves bound to a tree, intended as bait to lure the predator into the traders' trap, where they plan to shoot him from their concealed positions. However, the traders underestimate the predator's camouflage ability, and he silently closes in on them, methodically eliminating them one by one without their awareness. Alarmed by the screams, Tabe expresses concern, but Neru reassures him, explaining that the predator doesn't require bait as he hunts differently. She reveals that the predator has spared her in the past because he doesn't perceive her as a threat. In an effort to boost her confidence in her hunting skills, Tabe admits that he only managed to kill the lion by following Neru's plan, acknowledging her contribution to their previous success. Their dialogue is abruptly halted by the enraged roar of the predator as he becomes ensnared by a bear trap. Reacting swiftly, the French traders converge on him, but the predator swiftly frees himself and begins dispatching them using an array of advanced weaponry, including a shield that deflects their bullets. As the thrown trap lands near their tree, Neru seizes the opportunity to use it to sever their bonds, freeing herself and Tabe. Tabe departs to procure horses while Neru rushes to rescue Sarai. Meanwhile, the predator eliminates most of the remaining traders with a grenade. At the French camp, the traders hastily gather their belongings, intending to flee, but also plan to eliminate Sarai before they depart. Neru boldly intervenes, engaging in a fierce battle with the traders, ultimately emerging victorious and dispatching them all. After freeing her faithful companion, Sarai, she sends him off to locate Tabe. Turning her attention to her own injuries, Neru begins applying healing herbs, catching the attention of Raphael, who approaches her. Raphael, having lost a leg, proposes a bargain. He offers her his flintlock pistol and offers to teach her how to wield it effectively in exchange for medical assistance. Neru agrees to the deal, sharing her orange flowers with him in addition to keeping a piece of alien technology she discovers on his leg. Meanwhile, the predator tends to his own wounds before heading toward the camp. Sensing the predator's approach, Neru swiftly conceals herself while Raphael feigns death. The ploy works momentarily, aided by the cooling effect of the orange flowers on Raphael's blood, until the predator inadvertently steps on him, eliciting a cry of pain and revealing their ruse. The predator swiftly dispatches Raphael, but before he can harm Sarai, Tabe arrives on horseback, delivering a blow to the predator's head. Utilizing his horse's speed and agility, Tabe evades the alien's shots by riding in rapid circles. Despite Neru's attempts to wield the pistol, her unfamiliarity with the weapon proves futile. In a desperate bid to distract the predator, Neru shouts, drawing his attention and enabling Tabe to dismount and land a decisive blow. The confrontation escalates into a hand-to-hand battle, during which the predator, recognizing Tabe's formidable skills, activates his camouflage to gain the upper hand. Employing stealth, the predator attempts a fatal strike from behind, but Tabe refuses to yield, clinging to the predator's leg to buy time for Neru's escape. Meanwhile, back in the tribe, another search party returns with grim tidings for Aruka. Her children remain unaccounted for. As Aruka mourns for her missing children, Neru arrives at the riverbank, overcome with grief for her fallen brother. Amidst tears, she cleanses herself in the water, where she is reunited with Sarai. The faithful companion alerts her to the presence of a remaining Frenchman in the vicinity. With the alien weapon obtained from Raphael, Neru incapacitates the man. Later, as he regains consciousness, he finds himself in a makeshift camp where Neru is preparing herself for the hunt. Her face adorned with paint and having consumed orange flowers to calm her blood, Neru allows the man to retain his pistol, albeit empty. However, his cries draw the attention of the predator, who perceives him as a threat and moves in to eliminate him. Focused solely on the armed trader, the predator disregards Neru's presence due to her camouflage. Seizing the opportunity, Neru takes aim and shoots the predator from behind, exploiting his momentary distraction. Despite the pistol's inability to mortally wound him, it causes the predator to drop his mask, which Neru seizes before fleeing towards the trap she has meticulously prepared. The predator follows a deliberate trail of blood left by Neru, leading him closer to her position. As he draws near, Neru springs into action, engaging him in close combat. Trading blows and utilizing the terrain to her advantage, Neru strategically evades the predator's shield by taking cover among the rocks. With Sarai serving as a diversion, Neru seizes the opportunity to shove the predator into the quicksand she previously encountered. Although this doesn't prove fatal, Neru is prepared for the final confrontation. As the predator emerges from the quicksand and takes aim, Neru deftly evades the projectile and positions herself to intercept it with the mask she had strategically placed earlier. The projectile ricochets off the mask, striking the predator with lethal force and bringing an end to the deadly hunt. The following morning, Neru returns to her tribe bearing the head of the predator and Harrigan's pistol, which holds significance from another predator encounter. Urgently, Neru advises her tribe to depart before the arrival of the white men who may seek retribution. Before leaving, the tribe commemorates Neru's remarkable feat of hunting, honoring her in the same manner as they had done for Tabe. Unbeknownst to them, more predator ships are on the verge of touching down on Earth, heralding the potential onset of further confrontations and challenges.
Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you will not miss any of our video updates.